IEEE, right? Before moving towards IEEE referencing style, it's better to discuss referencing and what is its significance. Referencing allows you to acknowledge the contribution of other writers and researchers in your work, and later on someone else will acknowledge your work in his work. Referencing is also a way to give credit to the writers from whom you have borrowed words and ideas. Referencing is a way to provide evidence to support the assertions and claims in your own assignments. References should always be accurate, allowing your readers to trace the sources of information you have used. Last but not least, citations also make your writing more persuasive. When we talk about IEEE style, this is basically the Institute for Electrical and Electronics Engineers. IEEE is a professional organization supporting many branches of engineering, computer science, and information technology. When we talk about IEEE, basically it is not at all only a referencing style, but it is a professional organization of electrical and electronic engineers. And when we talk about them, so they basically worked upon it and then they changed the whole scenario. They changed scenario and they introduced this referencing style. IEEE Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers refers style as a number system for citing. Before this, if we take the example of Chicago style or AP, or in those styles, we basically do not use number. There we use alphabet. And in this IEEE style, the convenience which has been provided to the reader or to the researcher, that is, they use number system for citing sources in technical and scientific writing. In addition to publishing journals, magazines, and conference proceedings, IEEE also makes many standards for a wide variety of industries. Now let's see, when we talk about citation, IEEE citation style include two types of citation, in-text and antext. And numbered, basically, when we talk about their numbers are used in square brackets. Here are some examples of IEEE style that in-text citation. In in-text citation, it means this is within the text. As it is within the text, you can easily observe here. We have used square bracket, whatever the citation number is, you are using here reference number, in fact, 4, and then your bracket, square bracket close, and after it you have used comma. Comma means continuation. It means it is in-text citation. Then if we talk about antext citation, the theory was first put forward in 1987. Here the sentence has been closed. It's done. So keep it remember. By the end, we have used this citation. Again, we have a square bracket and the number, reference number we have put into it. And by the end, we have used full stop. A very important thing is, please keep it remember. You have to mention this reference number inside the sentence. And after you have used comma or full stop. If you are using full stop first and then you are mentioning any citation, that it means that is the part of next sentence, not of this sentence. Then sometimes we have to take or cite any idea from many other references, like in number 3, number 4, number 15, and 16. In all articles, the idea is same. If we are taking one idea and we have observed that idea is same in different other articles, like number 3, 4, 15, 16, maybe 18, 20. So you will write in this way: 3, then comma, 4, then comma, 15, comma, 16, and then your square bracket will be closed. So several recent studies you have mentioned here have suggested that, and whatever you have to write, you can mention ahead. The example above may also be formatted as several recent studies, or if you want, you may write in this way, you may write in this way. Like separately, you have mentioned 3, then comma, then again 4, then mark comma, then separately 15, comma, and then again 16. So there are two possibilities to mention your citations. If you have more than one articles which you want to cite because you have found one idea in different or multiple references, that is same. Page numbers are required within citation where material is directly quoted or you refer to a specific part of the source, such as detailed, difficult to find. Give page numbers within the square brackets, for example. See what we are trying to say. If you are quoting any sentence as it is, you are copy pasting. In that situation, a very important thing which is always required. That is what you have first square bracket, mention the reference for that citation, comma, then small p, which is very important. P must be small. And after it, what are we doing? Then full stop, right? And then C, there's a space, and then 3. And without a space, your bracket, square bracket should be closed. And as it is in-text citation, you are going to mark full stop. If it would be in-text citation, then you have to mark comma. So please keep it remember when we talk about several studies, we have to mention, and we have found one pointer in all studies alike. And in that situation, you may mention citation in this way, or you may cite it in this way. Both are allowed. Then, if you are copy pasting any specific quote without changing, in that situation, a very important thing which is needed, which is always required, that is page. Examples of a short direct quote. For instance, Bez et al. Have noted that full 3D stacking can potentially offer additional advantages for memory and processor application. Now see, this citation has been from reference number 7, then I will have marked comma. Then page number has been mentioned. It means this thing has been copy pasted. And when we copy paste anything, most of the time we use inverted commas as well. In fact, while later, again, the same example, but there is one thing as it is used in between, or it is an in-text citation. This is the example of in-text citation. So that's why we have used it like this. First, we have mentioned the researcher name, and then we have mentioned reference number, then page number. And then we have basically mentioned the copy pasted quote. If you need to leave some unnecessary words out of the equation or quotation, use a set of dots. Those are called ellipses, indicated a break in quotes. A very important thing, sometime when we copy paste, and at the time of copy pasting, a few words are not necessary to use. And I don't want to take or use those words. So rather than take those words, it's better just use dots, 3 dots, not more than this. 3 dots are the indicators that you have left words those were not necessary for you. For instance, as seen in citation 5 is the reference and page number 14, then we have mark comma, and then C, whatever has been quoted in between, there are 3 marks, 3 dots, set of dots called ellipses. We don't have any idea how much material has been not used, but as it was not needed, so author has not mentioned it. Pagination. is cited as P for a single page or double P for multiple pages. Pagination means if you are going to cite or copy paste something from any source. In that situation, if you are copy pasting something or taking any idea from any specific page, in that situation, after mentioning the reference, comma, then space, small p, full stop, then space, page number 17, and without space, you have basically closed the square bracket. Page range. Now the problem is, I have used so many pages for any purpose. In that situation, what are we supposed to do? Double P. Either you use 2 pages, either you talk about 10 pages. In that situation, you have to use double P and both P's are small and then full stop. Space 6-12 and without any space, you have basically used square bracket. So we are just discussing two style of pagination. Otherwise, there are lots of, but at your level, it's more than enough. And as it is the beginning of our session, so that's why it will be good if you just adjust these things, to digest these things. Thank you. For today, it is more than enough for the discussion. Thank you from my side.